there are some risks which you cannot eliminate. Okay, it has to happen. Okay, but if you know it, then at least you will do some steps to tackle it. But if you do not know, then there is nothing you can do. So in that particular context, just share your views. How do you manage the risk inside the company?
Well, I mean, we have a classical risk management approach to identifying all the known risks, and we divide them into technical risks, and manufacturing risk, and science risk, and target risk, and business continuity risks, and so on. And we develop a management strategy where some risks you have to accept, or some you can insure, some you can avoid, some you can develop alternative strategies and mitigate, and you see what is the cost of that risk management strategy and have trade-offs and establish that. And there are the risks that you cannot foresee, and so those are the ones that hit you from behind, the black swan. So that's one way of managing certain type of risk. And then relating to that is again the perception of risk is like the perception of value. Some risks for some people are perfectly acceptable. I'm just looking at the transactions. We were evaluating many different companies that would come with proposals, and they would say, well, my drug, we want X amount of money. And then we do an assessment and say, well, for us, the value of this drug in the way we see it and the amount of money we will make according to our projections or assumptions is X. So we are prepared to go up to this. We'd go and discuss that, and that the negotiation would happen within that boundary. And some cases we were successful, we licensed things in. In some cases we were surprised by the fact that some people were paying a lot more. They say, well, I'm not prepared to go that far because it doesn't have that value for me. And then it's really, some of the assets have an intrinsic value, and then they have a strategic value. And in one particular case, I remember a company really greatly overpaid for an asset because it made perfect sense in their portfolio. Because by acquiring that asset, the rest of their portfolio increased in value. In our case, we did not have, and the synergy was not there. It was just like a naked molecule. And so that strategic value is also the same of the correlation of risk. So if you see the risks all go in the right direction, well, maybe we're successful here, it's all positive, and then we're still winning at the end. That's great. But if they are all in the wrong direction, it just takes you to the wrong place. So the idea of there's a basic perception of risk, and then there's this strategic additional perception, which is the way the different risks interact. And at the end, it's a question of judgment and how you feel, but some of these things translate into dollars and cents, like in the case of this asset that we did not acquire and somebody else acquired at a much higher value. And it's the same with companies. You will invest in a team that has performed before. Why? Because the risk of failure is much lower than if you get 6 kids out of university and they say, look, I'm good, just give me 30 million and I will come with a prototype. You'll say, it's a great idea, but I'll give you 50,000, right, or 10,000. And so it's all the perception of risk. You put a lot of risk assessment on the quality of people. That makes a lot of sense. The asset, well, they can fix problems. So they can fix problems. The asset may not be that good.